Beer here back in the Fantasy Bar. Friday is here. Huge slate of games, and we've narrowed it down to 6 of my favorite plays for you on FanDuel and DraftKings, including some value pieces over on FanDuel at 3,000 or below. Some hitters that are off to some slow starts that we're getting a nice discount on both price and ownership. One team I want to grab a couple pieces from, and of course, my favorite play on the entire slate, who's been red hot in another good matchup here. Who we talking about? Only one way to find out. It's time to belly up to the Fantasy Bar. Welcome in, guys. Friday edition Beers Daily Fantasy Six-Pack. Good to be back here once again in the friendly confines of the Fantasy Bar. 6 of my favorite plays ready for you, fresh off the tap on FanDuel and DraftKings. Thank you, as always, stopping by and checking out today's video. Before we get to the plays, take a second. Help me out here. Click that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the videos. Pints and Picks are back once again tonight. 2 of my favorite prop bets on the slate tonight, both plus odds props. So make sure you're checking out that quick 1-minute video if you are into MLB betting, and check us out over at RotoGrinders.com if you have not already. Brand new look to the site, as you see, brand new hat for me, and a chance for you guys to win some brand new RotoGrinder swag coming up at the end of the video. All right, let's get into it here. A lot of games, a lot of choices, and we've narrowed it down to 6 of my favorites. Let's start with a guy that's been a little bit cold lately, but I think he wakes up tonight. We're talking Christian Walker of Arizona. It's a tough couple games here. And what does that do? It drives the price down, and generally it'll drive the ownership down as well. A lot of newer players only looking at the what have you done for me lately. We know Walker, a professional hitter and a dominant hitter against left-handed pitching. Now, slow start to the season here against lefties for Walker, but going back to last season, see that WOBA at almost 400, but the ISO, really what we want to look at here, big number, over 300, so a ton of power in this bat against left-handed pitching. Another bonus for us here, Blake Snell, a big name. A lot of times people just completely avoid these kind of guys and don't want to take bats against him. Snell has not looked like his former self here so far this season. 10 earned runs in 2 starts. Yes, he will get it going sooner than later. I think this is a sneaky spot here with both a hitter who's been a little bit cold lately and he's starting pitcher with a big name. Give me some Christian Walker here tonight. And Diamondbacks, certainly a team you could stack up as well on this slate. All right, let's go to the other side of that game. Another bat I like on the Giants side, fucking Jorge Soler. So Soler, another guy, off to kind of a slow start to the season, but really starting to get it going here of late. Hits in 6 of his last 7 games. And you talk about big time numbers against left-handed pitching. Soler, one of the best in all of baseball last season. WOBA up at 436, and that ISO all the way up at 385. So matchup here tonight, Jordan Montgomery, first start of the season, another guy that people are going to say expensive pitcher. I'm not going to get bats against him. And the Giants, another team that you could stack up here tonight against Jordan Montgomery. But even if not, Soler, nice one-off play, huge power upside in this matchup against Jordan Montgomery. All right, let's get you some value up next on the infield. Edward Julian of Minnesota. So you're sensing a theme here on the show. Slow starters, prices are down, ownership likely down. This is another spot that I want to target here tonight with Julian and the Twins. And this is a bat I think wakes up sooner rather than later. Now, the power has certainly been there. 4 home runs this season, batting average below the Mendoza line, but that power, 227 ISO. So that's our shining light here. Last season was very good against righties. ISO right around the same, but that WOBA way up at 390. So I'm expecting some positive regression here for Edward Julian. Now, Jack Flaherty has looked decent to start the season, no doubt. But we go back to last season, some kinks in the armor against lefties for sure. 377 WOBA, hard contact rate over 43%. So great value here on a guy that gives us some pop at that tough second base position. Edward Julian, we're going to call a home run here tonight against Jack Flaherty. Let's stay right there with the Minnesota Twins, but let's go with the starting pitcher, Joe Ryan. So Ryan, traditionally not known as a big strikeout guy, but we have seen increased velocity for him this season. It's really led to some additional strikeout upside, 19 of them over the last 2 starts. And the last start came against this Detroit Tigers team, racked up 12 strikeouts in that matchup here. Not surprising, Detroit, 8th highest strikeout rate against right-handed pitching to start the season. But it's not just the strikeouts, just not a lot of pop or guys you really worry about in this lineup here. We're talking bottom 6 in both WOBA and ISO against righties this season, bottom 10 in pretty much every other category here. So a lot of people think maybe there's a fluke. Joe Ryan racks up 12 strikeouts. Don't know that we get to that number here tonight, but I do think 8, 9, 10 strikeouts certainly in play here. Price on DraftKings Under 9,000 feels like a steal. Great spot here for Joe Ryan tonight against the Detroit Tigers. All right, back to the bats. Let's spend a little bit of money on Marcel Ozuna of the Braves. So Ozuna really been productive to open the season here, and always less heralded, and some of the bigger names on that Atlanta team can sometimes get forgotten about. But 16-game hitting streak for Marcel Ozuna. Did not get a hit on opening day. Other than that, this guy's got a hit in every single game, 6 multi-hit games, and leads all of baseball, tied with Mike Trout with 8 home runs already this season. Another big bat that hits lefties extremely well. 425 WOBA, 344 ISO, going back to the start of last season. And Andrew Heaney, a guy that can be vulnerable to right-handed power. Last season, 34% fly ball rate, 44% the hard contact rate. So the power mix we are looking for, that led to 22 home runs hit by right-handers in 2023. Decent start for Heaney to the 2024 season, but tough spot here against the Atlanta Braves, who are always popular. We gave you some less owned options earlier in the video. Ozuna and the Braves stack squarely in play here. I think Ozuna continues that hot streak to start the season. All right, it's time. Take a look at my favorite play from Friday night. Before we do that, let's continue our Beast of the Night contest. Easy to play. Just click the thumbs up button and head to the comment section and guess fantasy points on DraftKings for my highest scoring hitter of the 5 bats I give you. The winner is going to win some free, brand new RotoGrinders swag just for hanging out here in the fantasy bar. All right, let's wrap it up with my favorite play for Friday night. No matter, Beast of the Night. All right, Beast time, and one guy stood head and shoulders above the rest for me here tonight. That is the red-hot Gunnar Henderson of the Orioles, tonight's Beast of the Night. So possibly the hottest hitter in all baseball right now. 9 hits over just the last 4 games alone. Home runs in 3 straight games for Gunnar Henderson, and was very good against right-handers last season, and has really stepped up his game to open up 2024. WOBA nearing 500, the ISO over 400 against righties. Now Alec Marsh on the other side. Nice numbers so far to open the season, but let's factor in the BABIP. So been a little bit lucky here. The batting average on balls in play just 209 for left-handed bats to open up the season. Last season, Marsh was really hit hard by left-handed hitters. 414 WOBA, ISO way up at 280, and a hard contact rate north of 51% here. Gunnar Henderson, red hot, and I think he continues that here tonight easily. My favorite play on the board and tonight's Beast of the Night. All right, guys, that'll do it for our Friday night 6-pack here from the Fantasy Bar. As always, any comments, questions, feedback, anything you guys need, hit me up in that YouTube comment section or on Twitter at Beermakersfan. Don't forget, your guess for my highest scoring hitter, the 5 bats I gave you. Who's going to put up the most DraftKings points? Don't even have to guess who it is. We've made it super easy. Just have to throw a number out there. If your guess is the closest, you're going to win some free RotoGrinder swag. And I want to know, who is your top play? Who is your Beast of the Night? Sound off in that YouTube comment section. Reminder, Pints and Picks back once again tonight. 2+ odds props I really like for tonight in MLB. Quick 1-minute video, so check that out when you are done here. For RotoGrinders.com, I am Beer saying salute. Thank you so much for watching. Best of luck tonight. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks for checking out our videos. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more DraftKings, FanDuel, and other DFS content. And you can check out our daily live show schedule on RotoGrinders.com/videos.